Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Master League. It's the second game of the International Cup, whatever the hell it's called, I can't remember quite now. I think I might have mistakenly called it the South African edition yesterday. Of course, I meant the South American. After all of the teams involved are either South American or Chinese in the case of one of the competitors, but 3 out of the 4 definitely South American teams. So let's have a look at the lineup for today, and you'll see that everyone is in fine fettle except for Melton, who's slightly on the downside. And looking at the form of Antunes, who is the backup right back, he's looking very, very good. So I'm actually going to give him a game. There's no need to pick and choose and move people around because, as we saw last time, the entire substitute bench is available for changes made later on. So we're going to leave it as is. Apart from that now, I'm not sure about Marcelo Lomba being captain. I've never been sure about goalkeepers being captain. I think I'm going to give the benefit to Schurz. I think he's going to be a much better choice of captain. Let's get cracking with the game. You can see Universidad, who I literally only be calling them that because I can't pronounce Catalica for the life of me. So Universidad is how I'm going to be calling them. In the white and blue today, and Internacional, if you want to give them full name there, is going to be playing in the traditional red home shirt. So let's kick off, let's get going, let's get this game underway. Hopefully we get a better result than yesterday's 1-1 draw against Flamengo. Now, to be fair, Flamengo, a team in our own league, they would give us more of a challenge. You often see it in European football. You look at Spain, for example. Barcelona at times can look absolutely unplayable in international competition against other European teams, but when you see them in their own league, in La Liga Santander, sometimes they can trip up against teams that you would not expect. So it's always the case that sometimes you'll get these weird results, or maybe slightly unfancied results coming up against other teams that come from the same league. So, right, let's crack on. Let's see if we can get a result against this lot today. We're going to be shooting from right to left immediately. They're going to be playing a deep defensive line. We could find ourselves struggling a little bit against that, although we're swarming them early on with the high press. They get the ball out on the right here with Monda Lobos. And the ball comes loose. We're going to retrieve it. It's played inside to Hulimar. He's got the ball. He's looking for options. Plays it back out to Iago on the left. Chance to cross the ball in here. Finds the cross. Guerrero with the shot. It's an early goal. 4 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. And it's Nico Lopez with the opener for Inter. Brilliant cross into the box by the left back Iago. The attacking fullbacks working overtime already. And Lopez, who had drifted in from the right-hand position, in the perfect place to apply the finish. Goalkeeper, absolutely no chance there whatsoever. Good low cross there, as we said, from Iago, and it's a simple side footer to put it into the back of the net. A 1-0 lead to Inter. Things couldn't start much better than that, but as we saw yesterday, the game's not over until 90 minutes have been played, so they're going to have to concentrate. The last thing they want to do is, oh dear, and he gets right behind Iago straight away, Munda, and he cuts inside. He's looking to cross it in. He's into the box. This could be dangerous. Thankfully, the pass is a little bit behind the man. Good tackle by Nonato. Into Lopez now. Forward to Guerrero, and he's only got the one man to beat. Cuts inside. Can't quite get the beating of his man, unfortunately. He wins the ball back, though. Here's Lopez from way out. He takes a shot. Goalkeeper palms it away. Iago picks it up. He's going to put it in for a cross, and it takes a deflection off of the Universidad defender. It's going to be a corner kick. Velasco now. In swinger, the right footer here. There it goes. Goalkeeper comes up for it. Claims it handily. No worries there for the goalkeeper. Plays it straight out. Hulimar is busting a gut to get over there. Can't quite manage it, but the loose ball finds Rodriguez into Velasco now. Finds Nonato in the middle. Ball played through. Hulimar's looking to get onto it. Can't quite manage it though. Goalkeeper claims it. Now they're going to be playing wing rotation. The fullbacks and the wide players changing positions. Actually, I could have that wrong. I've not used wing rotation. It could actually be that the wingers change sides. That's poor. And it's led to an opportunity here for Universidad. Shot. Header clear. Antunes is going to have to do a good job here. He doesn't quite make the tackle. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. It's a good save though. And the ball eventually played out for a corner kick into the authors of their own woe there. The header into... Oh my word. All he had to do was hoof it clear, but he tried the cute little pass and very nearly played his entire team into a lot of trouble there. Ball played in, up for the header. It's well cleared, and it looks like Inter, if they play this right... No, they can't play it right. I thought they might have the opportunity for a counter-attack, but didn't quite work out for them. Antunes, though, very nicely won. And the ball through to Lopez. This could be a chance here for Inter if they can find the right ball. Guerrero not able to quite... Oh, hang on. He might do something with it here. No, he's tackled on the edge of the area. Thought there was the possibility of that being a foul there, but the referee gives it no attention whatsoever. Velasco, Nonato, Guerrero round the corner into Hulimar. It's 2-0. Hulimar doubles his tally for this season. The number 4, a little bit of controversy from the fans about him being given that number, but it seems to work for him. That's great play by Inter. Guerrero just using a little bit of strength, turned the ball around the corner into his strike partner. And this three-pronged attack is really paying dividends. Guerrero yet to get on the score sheet, but setting up his partner there. And if you're not scoring, you'd better be setting up chances. And he's doing that. 2-0 for I was going to say Guerrero. 2-0 for Inter now, and it's looking like a slightly more comfortable performance than yesterday's. Iago beaten by a ball over the top, but fortunately the direction not quite right. It goes out of play for a throw into Inter. And Iago's going to start things off again. He flies the ball into Schurz, who passes it back to Lomba. Inter are just playing this ball around the back here. Antunes doesn't really have many options here. He's played it back to Rodriguez, who's in a little bit of jeopardy himself. Ball gets played off of a Universidad player, and it's going to go out for a throw-in to Inter. Here's Velasco. Nonato. Can't quite thread it through. Universidad with the opportunity to attack here. And they get the ball back again. Rodriguez doing a good job of covering. Oof, that was risky from Nonato. And that was not a good pass by whoever that was. Schurz is going to pick this one up. Velasco, tenacious. He's going after everything. Guerrero, fantastic defending from the man who really should be the furthest forward. Iago can't cut it out. Goalkeeper claims the ball though. And Universidad are showing that despite being 2 goals down, they should not be taken lightly. Ball over the top. Lopez looking to run onto it. He's found it. Into Guerrero. 3-0. Guerrero's got his first goal of the season. He was not going to be kept quiet for long. It's taken 134 minutes of football, but he's finally on the score sheet for Inter this season. It's not really that long when you think about it, 130 minutes. But he looks delighted. The man who was subject to a transfer query from Chelsea, apparently £50 million offered, and Inter really felt that he was worth keeping on to, so they rejected the bid. He's obviously worth a lot more to them than £50 million. 3-0 to Inter. A much better performance this time round than there was against Flamengo. And you never know, goal difference might end up coming into it. So this team are probably going to look to make hay while the sun shines. And at half-time, it's 3-0 to Inter. A brilliant first-half performance by the away team. Of course, both of these teams technically playing away from home, but Inter are in the away changing room. 3-0, fantastic. And given the fact that only 2 of their shots are on target, it's quite fantastic that they've managed to score 3 goals. I imagine the third goal was originally going off target. Let's have a quick look to make sure that Guerrero did get that goal. Yes, Guerrero got credited his goal. Lopez got credited his. Hulimar credited with his. So we're in the enviable position of having all 3 of our front men having scored a goal. That's what you love to see. Everything working in attack. Every player getting his opportunities and getting on the score sheet. That's a lovely pass through. Guerrero passes it out to Iago. Played into the middle. Guerrero up with the header. Here's Lopez. Off the post. And played into the back of the net by Lopez. I'd accidentally hit the pass button instead of the shoot button, but it doesn't matter. He knows where the back of the net is. And he's got 2 goals today. There's the Red Dwarf celebration. Better than life. Eat your heart out. Brilliant play. Lovely little flick on by Guerrero. Lopez goes for the shot. And despite the fact that it went off of the post, sorry, getting tongue-tied here, he, rather than the defender, was most alive to the possibility, beat his man, the goalkeeper unable to get anything onto it, and he just passes it into the back of the net for the 4th. And this is turning into an embarrassing performance for Universidad. It'll be interesting to see if they can salvage anything from this. Look at the pace of Hulimar on the defensive side of his game. Like, he's not interested at all in conceding a goal today. Lovely touch by Guerrero. Oh my word! From outside the area, it's Lopez, not Guerrero. I'm getting confused because he was in a central striking position. What a touch. Trapped it beautifully, played it exactly where he wanted it, and then stroked it into the back of the net. Hard and low into the bottom corner. Goodness me, what a performance this is by Inter today. 5-0. The manager's seen enough now. He's happy with what he's seen. And he's going to make some changes. Suarez is going to come on. And in fact, he's going to play on the left-hand side of this attack. Hulimar is going to come off for William Potka. And we're allowed 6 substitutions here, which is very generous. So we're going to give Patrick another run out in the place of... Let's go with Nonato today. And let's leave it at 3 changes for now. I don't want to change too much. I say don't want to change too much, and I've just made the same number of substitutions that you would normally be allowed as a maximum in a regular game. But we still have 3 substitutions available for us. Oh, Universidad could have a chance here. They didn't take the pass that would have opened things up for them. Nonato going out to defend, wins the ball. Referee very generous there, giving away the free kick for what I felt was a very clean tackle. But he obviously felt differently, and in the end, the free kick goes to Universidad. We'll have a look at the replay in a minute if they deem it appropriate to give us one. They don't. I wonder if perhaps that there was nothing in that after all. Here comes the free kick. And the goalkeeper does a fantastic job of claiming it. A little bit of chaos in the penalty area there for Inter. Velasco into Guerrero, played over the top for Suarez. He's going to get onto it, going to try to get onto it at least. It's played out though by the Universidad defender. Suarez winning the throw-in. No, in fact it came off of Suarez. It's going to be a Universidad throw-in. Very surprised there. I think maybe the referee feeling a little bit sorry for the other team today. Ball played long. Antunes underneath it, wins the header wonderfully. Patrick picking the ball up, shepherding it back to Carlos. Carlos into his defensive partner. And there's a loose pass which gives the opportunity up to Universidad. They win a free kick here. Patrick with his first meaningful contribution of the game, giving away a foul. It's what you love to see. I can understand why they gave that as a foul. For me, that's just a rough and tumble challenge. I don't think there's anything heinous about that. Referee obviously agreeing somewhat, given the fact that no card was given. Here's an opportunity for Uni if they can turn on the ball. Here it is. Oh, he's put it wide. Their best chance of the game. And Puch has put it wide. Oh dear. The ball broke kindly to him, but he couldn't get that shot on target. Lomba plays it long, raking ball out to the right-hand side. It comes into Patrick now, who plays the ball forward for Putka. He's got an overlap if he needs him. He takes it. Here's Antunes, whips one in. Guerrero header straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Plays it long. Velasco's underneath it. It's going to look to try and win this header, and he does. Suarez in a very deep central position. That's a foul on the edge of the area, and this could be an opportunity for the captain to get his name on the score sheet here. Referee just calming things down a little bit. No card needed. That's good strong play there from Podka, winning the free kick. And here's Schurz. He's a free kick specialist. He's looking for that top left-hand corner. Whips it in, and it is a goal for Schurz. Goalkeeper not covering himself in glory. It's 6-0, and the captain on the score sheet with a superb curling free kick. He didn't need to get it high into the top-hand corner, but it had enough whip and enough speed on it that the goalkeeper didn't have much of a chance. 6-0 to Inter, and this has been an absolute cakewalk for them today. It's lovely to see when this team are in top form, when all of the parts are greased and moving correctly, nothing can stand in their way. It's the sort of form that saw them absolutely dominate the league season last year. Defensively, they're still a little bit creaky, but attacking wise, they cannot be faulted today. Off. They're not in the mood to concede. Lovely, Antunes on the ball. Would have preferred the run to continue from Podka, but there we go. He's in the centre now. Velasco, he takes a pot shot. Oh my word! He wasn't far off there. Beautifully struck. All the time in the world. Oh, just didn't curl as much as he would have liked. "79 minutes on the clock. We could make some more substitutions. I think I will in a second. Velasco so strong on the ball. Plays it up to Suarez. Into Guerrero. Looks for the return ball. Doesn't get it. Iago's out wide here. Plays the ball into the box. Podka was looking to get onto it, but it got cut out too soon for him. Iago Enriquez now for Universidad. Switches play, lovely. Lovely switch of play. Vargas now running down the left-hand side, looking to try and get the ball in. He does manage it, but can't find a teammate. Antunes is going to struggle to keep this in, and in fact it is a corner kick to Universidad. Let's just have a look at some more changes if we can. Both fullbacks have run themselves ragged today. They deserve a short rest. And who else? Let's put Charles on for Rodriguez. About 5 minutes plus stoppage time left to go here. Can Inter keep a clean sheet? Velasco looking to get onto it. He's not going to quite manage it. Oh, but he wins the tackle quite handily. And here's Suarez. Oh, no, the tackle too good. He couldn't quite get the ball under his spell in time. Puch on the right-hand side is going to look to whip across in if he can. He beats one man. Schurz is way out of position there, Schurz. Oh, defending in the crowd. If you can't defend well, defend in numbers. And the shot goes harmlessly wide. You can see the goalkeeper really not happy with his defence, though. They swarmed him. He had 5 men on him there, and there was a man free in the centre. If he'd just seen him, a simple ball across the box would have potentially given them their best opportunity to score today. But fortunately for Inter, they didn't see it. Ball played out again into Mailton, who's come on. Back out to Mailton from Patrick. Plays it back inside to Diego Carlos. Here's Charles dropping back deep into Velasco. Out wide left into Gallardo. He's going to look for the early cross. Here's Guerrero. Couldn't get under it. Universidad with the chance to counter-attack. Mailton tracking inside. Really abandoning his post, and it's left a massive gap here on the right-hand side. And here's a through ball. Goalkeeper's going to get to it, but my word, that was a real opportunity for Universidad. And that will do. It's the end of the game. An absolute barnstormer for lovers of attacking football here. Internacional 6, Universidad Católica 0. What a performance. So let's look at the ratings for the two teams. First of all, of course, the stats. A very even game possession-wise. In fact, Universidad, with the majority of the ball today, they passed it more. But who needs to pass the ball and who needs to keep the ball when you can attack with such ferociousness as was on display by Internacional? The shots were very even as well. 5 on target for Universidad, Inter with 6. Very even game all told, but the quality of finishing was absolutely the difference here. 8.5 for Nico Lopez, the man of the match for Inter. And looking at that, Podka and Suarez were not really treated very nicely by the critics at all, both getting a 4.5. I don't think they did it any worse than any of the Universidad players on the pitch today. So why they're the lowest ranked, I do not know. Flamengo, unsurprisingly, 2-0 victors over Guangzhou Evergrande in the other game in the group, meaning that both Brazilian teams now far and away clear favourites for this International Champions Cup of South America. So it's all going to come down to the last game, and it looks as though it will be decided on goal difference after all. If Inter can beat Guangzhou Evergrande and Flamengo don't manage to beat Universidad by a margin of 4 goals more, then it looks as though Inter are going to be picking up this title. So that's pretty much all that we've got for you today. Before we do go, however, I'm just going to, I was going to go into training, but we seem to have had a negotiation update. Let's see what that's about. It's a bid for Lopez, and it's a £10.1 million bid for him from Lokomotiv Moscow. I am in no mood to be selling Nico Lopez, not after that kind of performance. So we can end negotiations right there. And that's the only offer that we've had for players today. As I was going to say, I was going to go into training and just show you guys that I don't actually need to change any of the training here. It's all been set up pretty well already. Didn't realise Lomba was 39 years old. Goodness me. Goodness me. And it looks like he's going to be going well into his 40s. He's not a bad goalkeeper. He's definitely going to stay around the club for the next little while. But as you can see, everyone else has got specialised training assigned to them already. The only thing I did have to do was I had to go into Iago's training and change it from defensive fullback training to offensive fullback training. The reason being, even though he looks as though he's about to go on a decline, he doesn't yet have pinpoint crossing as one of his player skills, and it is something that can be coached of a player as long as they have the correct stats. He's very close to those stats, but he's not quite there. You need offensive awareness, I believe, of 75 or more, and you need lofted pass of 75 or more. So we might just about be able to get him in there in time before he starts deteriorating, but it's going to be a close run thing. In fact, while we're here, we might as well, I've hit that one too many times, let's go into skill training and let's go to pinpoint, and it should actually tell us, oh wow, I was massively underestimating the stats required. Oh dear. Well, I don't mind him training offensive anyway. It might keep him a little bit sharper going forward during his declining years, but yeah, wow, that's a lot. They want a very high offensive awareness and lofted pass rating for that particular skill. Let's have a look at some of the other skills and players that could be trained on it, because at the moment I'm not training anyone. Scissor feint, double touch. I mean, you guys know I absolutely suck at a lot of these trick stick skills, so I'm not necessarily too worried about those ones. It's these kind of things that I like. Long range drive, chip shot control, things like that. Things that actually affect how a player is able to do things. So let's have a look. I'm going to go down here and just see if anyone qualifies for any of these training regimes. It doesn't look like it. Oh well, okay. So Suarez apparently can qualify for long throw. Gamesmanship. We've got a few players that could go for gamesmanship. I might get William Potka to work on that, because he's not the quickest of my forward line, so he needs something else in his arsenal, and he's a big strong bloke. I think he could win a few penalties for us, so that might be one to look at. Man marking Charles, maybe. Track back. Ooh, now that's interesting. Tracking back. Could give that to Charles. That would be an interesting one. Nonato as well, being an attacking player, that would help us win the ball higher up the pitch if we were to give Nonato tracking back. Let's have a look at some other stuff. Lopez, super sub. He's a starting player for us, so it's really pointless giving him super sub. And that's it. So we've got track back, we've got man marking. So which one is going to benefit us more? Let's have a look. Man marking enables a player to stick to and persistently chase down an opponent. I don't really use man marking as an instruction, so that might not necessarily be particularly useful. So track back is probably the one to go for. It enables an offensive player to actively pressure the opposition player who is on the ball to try and win it back. Yeah, I think that's the one. And I'm wondering whether it might be more beneficial to go for Nonato, given the fact that he plays higher up the pitch for us. And also he's a bit younger than Charles, meaning that he's less likely to deteriorate. No, actually, they're both due to deteriorate around about the same sort of time. Late on into their 31st year. So I suppose the question really is, which one do I want to go for? Effective training and team role, 4%. I'm tempted to go for, yeah, let's screw it. Let's go for Nonato. So we're training Nonato on track back. Hopefully that means that we'll have a little bit more harassment in the centre of the pitch as and when we lose the ball. Charles's role has changed. He is now a great leader. Okay, and negotiations with Nico Lopez, we already know about that. So, there we go. That is going to do it for another episode. Thank you very much for watching. When you join me tomorrow, we're going to be taking on Guangzhou. I forget their other name. Evergrande. That's it. Guangzhou Evergrande. We'll be taking them on in the final game of the International Champions Cup. Hopefully, it's going to be a good result. Hopefully, we'll walk away with our first trophy of the season. And then on Thursday, we will find out who we're playing in the second round, because we bypassed the first round of the Brazilian Cup. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.